Number 2. Pennsylvania. I visit Philadelphia City. Philadelphia is the largest city in the state of Pennsylvania, a destination that many tourists choose when coming to this state. Philadelphia is not a city with the most beautiful scenery or attractive tourist attractions, but coming to Philadelphia, you will be surprised and overwhelmed by the beautiful high-rise buildings built in a unique and very unique architectural style. Must visit Independence Building and Liberty Bell. They are two destinations not to be missed when traveling in Philadelphia. Besides, you will find it interesting to discover the streets bearing many historical marks of America, along with buildings built from a very long time ago. Philadelphia is considered as the boundary between the modern past when it owns many historical events of the United States, giving visitors unforgettable impressions when witnessed in eyes. Independence Hall. Independence Hall is located on Chestnut Street, between 5th and 6th Streets. Entrance is through a security screening area on Chestnut Street, just west of 5th Street. It is well known for its historic footprint because it was here that the Declaration of Independence and the United States Constitution were discussed and ratified. The building was completed in 1753 as the Pennsylvania State Building, then known as the Province of Pennsylvania. This was Pennsylvania's first state capital. It became the official meeting place of the Second Continental Congress from 1775 to 1783 and was also the site of the United States Constitutional Convention in the summer of 1787. The building is part of the National Historic Park, Independence, and has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1979. Liberty Bell. The State House bell, now known as the Liberty Bell, rang in the tower of the Pennsylvania State House. Today, we call that building Independence Hall. Speaker of the Pennsylvania Assembly Isaac Norris first ordered a bell for the bell tower in 1751 from the Whitechapel Foundry in London. That bell cracked on the first test ring. Local metalworkers John Pass and John Stowe melted down that bell and cast a new one right here in Philadelphia. It's this bell that would ring to call lawmakers to their meetings and the townspeople together to hear the reading of the news. Benjamin Franklin wrote to Catherine Ray in 1755, "Adieu, the bell rings, and I must go among the grave ones and talk politics." It's not until the 1830s that the old State House bell would begin to take on significance as a symbol of liberty. No one recorded when or why the Liberty Bell first cracked, but the most likely explanation is that a narrow split developed in the early 1840s after nearly 90 years of hard use. According to Pennsylvania Travel Experience, Harrisburg is a destination not to be missed when traveling in Pennsylvania. Coming to Harrisburg, I visit my relative house here. New Jersey State. This state is between New York and Philadelphia. I just wanted to visit Albert Einstein House that is located at 112 Mercer Street, Princeton, Mercer County, New Jersey. It is just one place visiting, so I do not count for my journey from 8 to 1 destination around USA. The house was built sometime before 1876, as it originally stood on Alexander Street where Stuart Hall of the Princeton Theological Seminary was built in that year, also displacing the house now at 108 Mercer. The home is a simple pattern book cottage and not in itself of unusual significance. Albert Einstein, German-born physicist who developed the special and general theories of relativity and won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921 for his explanation of the photoelectric effect. Einstein is generally considered the most influential physicist of the 20th century. Childhood and education. Einstein's parents were secular, middle-class Jews. His father, Hermann Einstein, was originally a featherbed salesman and later ran an electrochemical factory with moderate success. His mother, the former Pauline Koch, ran the family household. He had one sister, Maria, who went by the name Maja, born 2 years after Albert. Einstein would write that two wonders deeply affected his early years. The first was his encounter with a compass at age 5. He was mystified that invisible forces could deflect the needle. This would lead to a lifelong fascination with invisible forces. The second wonder came at age 12 when he discovered a book of geometry, which he devoured, calling it his sacred little geometry book. Einstein became deeply religious at age 12, even composing several songs in praise of God and chanting religious songs on the way to school. This began to change, however, after he read science books that contradicted his religious beliefs. This challenge to established authority left a deep and lasting impression. At the Leupold Gymnasium, Einstein often felt out of place and victimized by a Prussian-style educational system that seemed to stifle originality and creativity. One teacher even told him that he would never amount to anything. During that same visit to California, Einstein was asked to appear alongside the comic actor Charlie Chaplin during the Hollywood debut of the film City Lights. When they were mobbed by thousands, Chaplin remarked, "The people applaud me because everybody understands me, and they applaud you because no one understands you." Einstein asked Chaplin, "What does it all mean?" Chaplin replied, "Nothing.